Greetings, my Ono bros. Don't take that sexist. I just don't have a good rhyme. So, to everyone who is thinking about coming to celebrate the now past 100th episode, Ono Coffee Live, I just wanted to add something. After I saw Jay do his unboxing from the Romecraft crew, Mike and Skip, by the way, let's start hashtag bring Mike to Maryland for the 20th. But he was unpacking a really great, pile of shirts. Seemed a little short on cigars. Anyway, I said, hey, why don't I send my stuff up to you and you can do an unboxing video for that? And he goes, no, why don't you do it? So coming to you live via Pixel 6, here is my take on some of the swag I have accumulated for Saturday the 20th. My good friend Daniel Marshall sent some wonderful stuff. Both of these items he sent, they're packaged, and I really don't want to take them apart just to show you guys, because I want whoever gets them on Saturday to have the joy of unpacking. But this is a little smoker's kit that Danny sends as a thank you to people who buy his wonderful humidors. One of his really cool little ashtrays, personal ashtrays, and a cutter. I'm not sure what else might be in there. And then this is the story and his saga as the humidor king of North America, but also as a great innovator. He's responsible for Manolo Casada traveling to Nicaragua to work with Nestor Plasencia. And the Daniel Marshall Red Label is actually sort of the prototype version of that cooperation, which now seems more conventional, but when they did it, it was the first time that a Dominican sensibility had been applied at a factory in Nicaragua. Then he achieved great success, Manolo, by producing Casa Magna, was the surprise #1 of the CA Top 25 all those years ago. We also have some cool Danny Marshall swag, so you can look like the governor. Since he is Danny, I used to call him the toy maker to the king. He's like Arnold's personal cigar concierge. Following the dotted red line across the old-timey map from the movies, we go from the West Coast in California to that wonderful town of Nash Vegas in Tennessee, where the great John Huber and his partner Mike Condor do their great work with crowned heads. John sent me the E-Series. You know what? I don't remember the size, what they call this, but I think of it as like a half Robusto. It's a little fire plug, an absolute powerhouse, marvelous flavor. You'll see. Next from John, we have the Mildias. This is the Edmundo. Some of you may recall Jay and I and Cirillo doing a session from the old Sproastery studio where we tested Mildias, several shapes, and boy, the results were, well, they speak for themselves. If you haven't seen it, you might want to dial it up. It should excite you about the opportunity to share. And then he also forwarded La Imperiosa, which is a terrific cigar. It's a little bit richer. It's got a different personality than either Serie E or Mildias, but boy, it's a knockout. It's a wonderful smoke, and I'm so happy that we have these varieties to sample from them. So, and of course, I almost forgot. Those of you who are not necessarily, close followers may not be aware that John Huber is the swag king of the cigar industry. They changed the game for everybody in terms of swag. He sent along an extraordinary array of swag. This is for, believe it or not, even though that A looks like Aladino, it's for Le Patissier. I have here a bag. It's got Mildias, it's got La Imperiosa, it's got Serie E swag, and the hats, the Carve Your Own Path version. There's 3 of those. There's the crowned. So multiple variations right there. A big pile of swag caps. And actually, I thought that was the end of it, but then I look back. Every time John sends me cigars to check out and to preview, he always packs them with swag. So I have more crowned heads caps, so you can be either the coolest guy in the cigar club or the swaggiest guy on the golf course, whatever your choice. And then these uber badass, including I think one of the most covetable swag caps ever made, the old school pro baseball style crowned heads. This is dynamite. This is a collector's item. Swag caps galore. Again, shifting, following that dotted red line. Let's go east a little further to the lovely island of Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic, where the second oldest factory in operation there, La Galera, my good friend Hochi Blanco and Brad Barden, his national sales manager, and up until recently, what we call young Padawan Ben, who was the rep for all the sort of DC, Maryland, Virginia area. He's now almost exclusively West Coast, and Michael King, I think, is the new rep, so that's exciting. But Hochi sent me some cigars. The Connecticut in La Galera. Most people say, oh, Dominican cigar with a Connecticut wrapper, it's going to be bland, it's going to be mild, it's going to be boring. These are anything but. Trust me on this. This is a terrific smoke, and it's so surprising. There are many nights when I decide, I want one more smoke, but I don't want to kill my palate. I smoke one of these, they're fantastic. Probably, I shouldn't really admit this, but probably my favorite cigar from them is the Habano. And you can see how much, I'm not kidding you about that. You know, this box was intact before our last date to do this. Now I have smoked my way through the top row. This is, it's so rich. It's such a great everyday cigar. It makes me weep to think about having to give them all away to you guys. Then there's one of my favorite sizes in the line, the Pegador, in their Maduro wrapper, which is a legit Maduro wrapper. It is not, it's not cooked. Also from Hochi, another box of the 1936 box pressed, that's the year that the business started. Superb smoke, elegant, old school in some ways in terms of the Dominican elements of balance, but it smokes like a dream. And then also, I wanted you guys to know that, we figure there are probably going to be some people joining us that are perhaps more casual cigar smokers. We have these also from La Galera. This is from, they call it Indian Head. These are Rough Riders, and, you can't say the word flavored anymore, but they have a little sweetness at the tip. It's top quality tobacco, but anyway, they're lovely smokes for people who are strictly casual. I have friends who, whenever they're going to play golf, they say, I need Rough Riders. I need Rough Riders for my whole party. And that's their go-to stick for that environment. So these will be around and on hand for folk to share who might not be up to powerhousing your way through 4 or 5 magic cigars that are provided to us by our really, really good friends in the business. So just a load of goodness that's been accumulated for all of us to enjoy. I urge you, mark your calendars now. Saturday the 20th, be there or be square. It's going to be a great day. We're going to have a ball. Believe me, I have one other cigar to bring. This is 8-9 boxes of cigars, but I have another cigar to bring, which is sort of the counterpart to Mil Dias. They were my 2 favorite launches of 2021. And Jay and a few other people have enjoyed them with me. We actually had them when we did our live remote from Davidoff Lounge above the tobacconist of Ridgewood, my good friend Gary Colisaire. That's a special cigar, and I promised that I would have some to share with you all that day, and Hochi backed me up. He made good on my plan. So, reasons to come out, see your friends, put faces to names, just have a good time. But we're also going to have spectacular cigars, and who knows what'll be left over by the time we get around to actually doing the podcast after 6. I look forward to seeing you all there, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this. And come on out and be seen. Thanks, brothers and sisters.